Have you ever asked what makes hate such an efficient tool for politicians? For hundreds of years, spanning multiple generations, hatred has remained the best tool at the disposal of the ruling class to divert attention from their performance and to push portions of the country in the direction of their choice. The East India Company used it with a chilling effect. Then the Nazis took things to a whole new level. These are two evidence that hate can change the course of history, but what largely goes unnoticed is the actions of local politicians, how they create, use, and exploit divisions to further their own cause. Donald Trump was a God sent gift to underperforming politicians on both sides of the aisle. Instead of analyzing how our elected representatives performed, all of us had spent the last 4 5 years discussing what Trump said, what that means, and how the political class responded to it. After consuming one news cycle, we then moved on to the next news cycle. The same type of questions applied to a different topic. COVID cases are rising all over the country. Okay, then let us talk about red states and blue states and fight by comparing them against each other. But those days of zero performance scrutiny, is over. We have politicians on either side now facing the new reality, the new no Trump cover reality. Because there really is no space to hide anymore. You make a mess, you will be brutally exposed. Both Ted Cruz and Andrew Cuomo learned that the hard way this week. That they don't have Trump to hide behind anymore. Cuomo slipped into hot water due to his handling of deaths of nursing home residents last year, and he took issue with Ron Kim, a Democratic assemblyman from Queens who criticized the governor. Cuomo did not like Ron Kim's criticism, and the fight between the two has turned into a war of some kind. Last week, in a press briefing, Governor Cuomo accused Ron Kim of impropriety, and it must be noted here that before that press briefing, the New York Post had published a letter that was signed by several assembly members that accused the governor of attempting to circumvent a federal probe and intentional obstruction of justice. Now, the people of the country, the residents of New York, the national media are out there discussing Cuomo's actions, something that would have never happened at this scale if Trump was still on Twitter. This news would have never made it to the front pages of Washington Post and New York Times. Now I want to know what the New York governor did and did not do. I am looking at his performance report, and so will plenty of citizens around the country. On the other side of the aisle, the Republicans did take a leaf out of the Trump playbook, never accept a mistake, and accuse the Democrats, aka liberals, for all your mistakes. But sadly for them, without Trump, the road to double down aggressively is not working. Ted Cruz first tried to use his status as a father to escape scrutiny for running to Mexico. Then he said he was planning to come back immediately. And then he said he was having second thoughts as soon as he sat on the plane. And now he wants to vanish from national screens for some more time to allow the news cycle to die down. Once again, the scrutiny to which Ted Cruz and Texas Governor Greg Abbott were subjected to would have never happened if Trump still had a Twitter account and if he was still the president. We would all be talking about something else. Those days are over. And unfortunately for politicians like Andrew Cuomo, Ted Cruz, and Greg Abbott, the reality of the new political order in the United States is yet to sink in. You're all under review. The days of don't worry about your actions, just take care of the optics is over.